What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gonzo, and tonight on Creator Chat, the series where we talk to other content creators on the internet about Pokemon life and, business, I guess. Tonight I have Rock Sandy. Rock, how you doing, my friend?
Yo, what's up, guys? Good to be here. It's an honor with Mr. Gonzo, my favorite content creator.
Oh, I appreciate the lies, but thank you for coming on. We've been in talks for a little while about trying to get you on, and there's a lot of exciting stuff going on at the moment. It kind of threw, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little thrown off, even though I knew you were going to do this because we did this last week. But after the countdown, I was like, why is it just me? That's right, it's Rock. So how are you doing? How's everything going on your channel? You posted a video today, actually. Tell us a little bit about why you did that. What's your thought process on making that kind of video?
Well, there's not too much thought. I just saw like a Twitter post about it, and I was like, yeah, that ain't right. That ain't cool. That's some weird shit. So I decided to just do a little bit of video about it, give them my take that it's just like kind of weird. To give some context, people who are selling like regular V-Star markers are pretty valueless and stuff for $50 and sometimes even 100. So I just thought that was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I've seen it before, and it was really stupid to me when I seen it. But I was like, you know what? If people are willing to buy it at that price, they deserve to lose their money. So that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I 100% agree with you that if it's someone who does it for good luck or for sentimental value, I get, because I do that with my cards all the time. But I don't think I'll ever do it with a graded card, not a graded card, a energy or a V marker or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of like, I understand if it's cool art, you have some sort of like sentimental attachment. You like the good old Venusaur, Bulbasaur, Vaporeon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
you
that.
know Vaporeon.
Did you know Vaporeon has the most?
I didn't know about Vaporeon until Shiny Vert actually brought it up to me. He sent me the link and the comment and everything. I was like, is this real? He goes, yeah, someone straight up copied and posted this. It's amazing. I was like, awesome. Shiny Vert says Vaporeon is sentimental. I see what he said. Vaporeon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good, Vert. I almost missed that.
I'll give you a round of applause, bro. That was good.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I like that.
So tell us how you got your name, Rock Sandy, because it is an interesting name, and it's not one of those Poke Sandy, Poke Rock, or Pokemon whatever. It's really different within the community that we have because it's not Pokemon related.
Yeah, I love answering this specific question because everyone is just like they cannot believe it because it's so like it's such a weird origin story. But basically,
it's an
the origin story is lit, bro. The arc is insane. But back in the day before I started YouTube, I liked writing and I still do. So I wrote about 3 books so far. I haven't published them yet. In the works of publishing mine. But the 2 main characters of my like original when I was like about a kid when I was doing like fan fictions and stuff. But the 2 main characters were Rock and then Sandy. So I just freaking combine those 2 and that's it. Boom, Rock, Sandy.
What fanfic are you writing?
Vaporeon. Nah, it's I didn't do too much fanfics. It was just original stories back in the day. Still do original stories.
He's writing fanfic for My Little Pony. He doesn't want to admit it.
Dude, if you catch me doing My Little Pony fan fictions, please, God is just gonna look down on me in heaven and be like, bro, what the frick is this shit?
What the hell? Yeah. So talk to us about Critical Hit Podcasts and your role within your team of all those guys, of Opossum, Star, Dusty, and Metri. I think that's everybody. Oh, and Vision.
Yeah. There's a couple. There's also sometimes we got big old Papa Sean's on there too. Ryan sometimes. Starman, Mitchie, Opossum, Vision as well. Starman. I think that's everything. Sometimes some Axie's in the Discord, but he's like he just watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, it used to be just on Dusty Mon's channel. Oh, Dusty, of course. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot the main man. But Dusty, he started the podcast. He reached out to me and said like, "Hey, do you want to like do a podcast?" And he says, "I think you gotta like show your face to do the podcast." I was like, "Oh, I don't know about that." So I denied it at first, but then he came around. He's like, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. You put your PNG up, and then I don't know, we'll talk. And it was actually really fun. First podcast, it was just me and him, and then it grew to more people, and now we kind of have a little group that we do every single week on the Critical Hit podcast official channel now. So it's really fun. I love it.
How do you guys come up with the topics for your podcast?
Not gonna lie, it's not gonna lie. Last time we was like same day we're just like brainstorming ideas, or Dusty was brainstorming ideas because we have like no ideas. Because sometimes there's weeks like there's not a lot going in the Pokemon hobby. There's some stale weeks, so. And obviously, talking with each other is just fine. But a lot of people are not going to want to just let us talk about our lives,
Yeah.
Let's talk about just like random stuff. Oh, hey, how did your shit look today? Did your shit look nice today?
So, yeah. How are your bowel movements today? Are they good?
It was very, very exquisite. Thank you for asking.
That's good. A healthy bowel movement is good for the day.
Yes, indeed. It's very oh Jesus Christ. But we don't put too much like thought process into like topics too much. We just see what's working, see what's popular in the kids, what the kids want to hear.
Yeah.
That's it. We're pretty relaxed about it. We don't really put too much. We just like just a bunch of guys just talking.
Yeah, because that's normally how this goes too. We'll talk about whatever's going on in the week, but if there's nothing going on, I got to find shit out of my ass to talk about. Yeah. But you guys had I was there for the majority of the podcast you guys had with CTR, and that was a lot of it, not a lot of it, but you got the drama of that week was incredible within the chat, just having so much support for everyone on I'm going to say it on this side of the community, not on the simp side of the hobby, because they're even the females in the chat. They're like, I'm a girl and she is fucking stupid. Yeah. How did you guys feel seeing your chat have your back like that and only having one troll show up, and he was only in there for, I don't even think he was actually in the chat. I think he just commented at one point and that was it.
It was interesting because I didn't have too much doubts of like who would support or whatever, because even if we weren't getting support at all, like, that doesn't matter what it is.
Yes.
I feel it wouldn't really make a difference, because that just means that we are in the minority. It wouldn't really make too much of a big difference, because morals are like will always outweigh the whatever the bad or negativity or just delusional people out there. So
yeah. And it was interesting because even when you made your video about it, I watched it, all great points, just like Opossum. You're not quote unquote slut shaming her or anybody, because that's what she tried to do at one point, was trying to say everyone was slut shaming her when no one did that. And the fact that she was like, oh, I made an unknown channel have 400 views on their video, it blew my fucking mind that she thought that. Because then because when she said that, and someone pointed it, I think you posted it on your stories that she commented that, I went to her Instagram page. I'm like, all right, let's check out this ratio from likes to dislikes to whatever. And on the comments, not even the comments, the like ratio, from stuff that didn't have any cleavage in it to having everyone else that was tagged in it was ridiculously high.
Oh yeah.
So how is like the nerve that someone would have to say to like this person put my name in their mouth and they got this many views? I'm like, I don't know if she's ever seen your content. You get that many views regularly. So how did you like? I want to know your thought on like, no, this lady can't be that serious. She can't have that much of an ego.
You know, it surprised me too because I'll be honest, I was when I did like the podcast on the critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
We're just talking whatever. At that point, I was like, is this really worth making a big deal out of?
Right.
Because and it was in the back of my mind. I was like, I was kind of getting a bit of regrets to kind of even like talking about it or making this into even a topic. Because after that podcast, it made me realize it didn't matter what you said about her. It didn't matter what it is. She is going to freaking ride that shit.
She's going to flip it somehow.
Yeah, she's going to. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's negative, positive, any clout for her is good clout.
Yeah, she's the epitome of any publicity is good publicity, good or bad. Yes. And that is insane to me. Real quick, I want to say what's up to chat because there's a lot of you guys in there today and a lot of you guys talking for Rock to show his space, show his spoon, tips for toes, all that fun stuff. So Space Daddy Gangsta, thank you so much for coming in. You are a new name to me, so I appreciate you coming in. R&D Pokemoner. Yeah, OD Opens. We have Ghastly, of course. Ichiban Dan, the newest mod to the channel. Shiny Vert. Rock, you're right next to me. And, of course, Laura Natasha. How you doing? Go Hobbs. And just Josh. Ooh, Joshin's in here. So, and of course, Steven collects. In about a month, I will have a better beard than Steven collects. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, he's got to shape it up to a nice, thick beard.
Yeah, and this only happened because I got lazy.
Hey, trust the process, guys. It's totally because I'm not lazy.
It's good, yeah. Oh, Heart is also here. I did see Heart, but it only let me scroll up so much. Welcome, chat. If you guys have any questions for myself, Rock, or both of us, go ahead and throw it in the Q&A side, and I will get to that in a second. But Rock, tell the people. I'm assuming I know the answer to the question because I am a parent. Yep. Tell the people who may not know why you decided not to show your face.
It's because I'm Asian. I'm just kidding. I'm not Asian. I'm the most white boy you guys can get. There's not a really particular reason other than my family was just hesitant about it back in the day. So yeah, they just didn't really want for me to show. And I'm pretty thankful. Yeah, because it's not the greatest thing you want, especially if you're a young kid, to be in touch with that much like. You don't want to be in the spotlight too much.
No, I like I said, I totally understand your parents' side of the thought process because even when I post photos of my two sons on Instagram, it's usually just on stories, and I don't have their face in it. I'm usually have it covered up in some form or fashion. So when we do eventually meet at Card Party, because you did say you're going, yes. I will respect your family's wishes and your wishes. I won't post any pictures of you on the internet. And if I do, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to cover that shit up with an emoji.
No, you could post it. I'm doing official face reveal by then.
Hey, if not, that's how I'll handle it because it's not my business to show your face.
You're real one.
Yeah. And I've seen a couple of people, like obviously the chat's joking that we like it's one of those half jokes, half truths. Like we want you to do it, but on your terms, of course.
Yeah. Of course.
What type of rocks are you? Sedimentary or precious? Asking Joshin.
Freaking beach rock. Beach rock.
He's a beach.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we have one question. We have two questions. First question is from Heart is Where You Roam. Does Rock Sandy do National Novel Writing Month in November?
No, I do not actually. I do know not November.
So National Novel Writing Month, obviously in November. It's essentially a month where most writers think, like, it's a superstition thing. They think that's when they're most creative because the holidays are here, the seasons are officially changing or have changed. So that's when most people start writing, or they just want to write a novel to be with everybody else. It's another hashtag movement.
Yeah, I've never been like too worried about that because you can't really. I mean, if it helps with the inspiration, sure, go ahead. I mean, if you actually feel like that,
Mhm.
I don't know, some sort of passion for it, especially in November. I don't know, okay, go for it. But for me, it's always been like if I want to do it, if I'm feeling it, I'll just write some stuff down because I normally do it daily. I try to do it daily at least. When I'm not working on like I don't know videos or something, that's just something I just have to do, put aside because the moment you stop writing for just a couple of days, instantly like you lose
Instant writer's block.
Yeah, instantly, exactly. Like even today, I was like, "Frick, what am I doing? I could only do like a couple hundred words today." I was like, "What the frick, man? This is bull." So
I don't like it.
I don't like this.
No, I understand. Especially after going back to school earlier this year and having to take some English classes, they're like, "All right, now write a 4-page essay." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's easy." And then I start to write. I'm like, "Whoa, how do I do this again?" And but like you said, like once you get going and you have a nice flow, it does stick around, and you can't take too many breaks. Otherwise, you will lose your thought process and like, oh wait, okay, this is what I was writing, but where was I trying to get to with this point?
Yeah, exactly, and especially when, like for me, when I do novels, I have a well thought out way of how I want to go about things. So by the time I'm done with this particular series of novels, I'm probably gonna be like 7 books deep by the time I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a long way, but I think especially after like 3, what? Actually, no, that's way more. 4 to 5. Actually, hold up. 4 or 5 years of like straight up writing since I started.
Oh, nice. So you should have a couple of books out soon. Maybe. We don't know yet.
Yeah. You guys would never know.
Shiny Vert says, use ChatGPT.
Did
I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. Ichiban Dan on the question side says, out of the Pokemon space drama, as I think it affects all creators, how do you feel about YouTube or Instagram not taking actions against Sniper Wolf?
Oh, I have a hot ass topic about this.
Okay, so you know what's going on with the Sniper Wolf drama. Okay, for real quick synapse, for you guys who don't know, Sniper Wolf is a very large content creator on the YouTube space. And unfortunately, her content is content reaction. It's not very informative. She doesn't change anything. And then Jack Films, who's been on the space for 17 years, parodies her account. And so instead of DMing him or trying to call him out like most normal people, she went to this dude's fucking house and posted his picture, his home on the internet. So she essentially doxed the dude, and that is the TLDR of the Sniper Wolf drama. Rock, go ahead and with your take, because it sounds like you were really excited for it.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to talk about this with someone, and I just talked about it with my brother.
Okay, go ahead.
But here, okay. Frick, I'm gonna get. I didn't want to do this video, guys. This might get me canceled. the typical Roxanne video. But okay. Did the way she doxed him bad? Of course, 100%. That's unacceptable. Absolutely. However, you gotta take a step back and realize for a minute. If you just took a step back, how did it get to this point? Why did it get to this point? Was it preventable? Did she do it right after the blue? The answer is no. You gotta take a minute and realize that Jack's Films, love him or hate him, he did do a whole separate channel.
Just a troller.
Just to shit on her. Okay? In that aspect, it could have been prevented if he just didn't do that. He could have never been doxxed if he just didn't post videos about her, and everything would have been fine. Do I think she's doing something inherently evil, bad? I think she's cringe as frick, man. She's freaking cringe.
Yes.
I dislike her content so much. I dislike reaction channels a lot. I dislike those types of stuff. But other than being cringe, she's not really doing anything that crazy. Like, okay, maybe she's staging a couple videos in the past, sure. Maybe she's, I don't know, doing bland reactions with no substance and doing cringe stuff. I agree. I completely agree with that. However, you got to look at it this way. That what Jax did is kind of freaking cringe too. Doing a whole channel, creating about dozens of video just about her is kind of freaking cringe on his part. And this is completely unbiased from me. I've never watched Sniper Wolf really before this drama. Never watched Jack's films before this drama either. And I see this like, hey, remove her from the platform. Remove her this. I agree with that. She needs to definitely get some consequences for doxing someone. 100% agree with that. Whatever could have been prevented, it didn't happen. And she did, in fact, dox him, which is completely bad. However, you got to take a step back and realize that it could have been prevented by him from the very, very start of this whole drama. And that's kind of my thought.
So that's a fair opinion. It could have been prevented if he just didn't do it. But at the end of the day, he did what he did and she did what she did. But in order, like, she's going to get charges pressed against her for this sooner or later. Did she dox him intentionally? No, I don't think she did intentionally. In the way she wrote her, like, I didn't dox him, I don't know how to dox, on her Instagram stories, makes me think she doesn't know what doxing is to begin with. So it's probably not intentional that she did what she did. Doesn't make it legal, but it's probably going to be a lesser charge if something comes up. And Ichiban Dan comes up with a great comment. She has 2 prior charges for aggravated assault and armed robbery. The aggravated assault charge is something I would worry about when someone comes to my home to talk to me. Because at that point, I don't know if she's there to talk to me or there to assault me. The armed robbery thing, I don't think she was there to do that. But does she need to be deplatformed? I don't think that's going to make her learn her lesson. I just think she'll go somewhere else. I think she needs to be demonetized and have sponsors taken away first. Yes, if if she gets deplatformed, they will essentially take away her money, and that's how you want to affect most of these idiots these days, is by affecting their wallet. But at the end of the day, she's still going to have a fan base, so it doesn't matter where they go. They're going to be there for her. She's going to have these people that follow her wherever she goes. Kick, Instagram, fucking Twitter. What else? What else is out there? Fucking Twitch. So YouTube as a business should just demonetize her, period. Because even at the end of the day, if she's not monetized, YouTube's still going to get their money of the views and all these people going to that channel regardless. So as a business, no, I don't think she needs to be deplatformed by YouTube, but definitely take away her monetization.
I agree. And just to be clear, I think what she did is completely bad. I also think what she could have done, honestly, it's so easy to play the victim card. Just play the bullying card. It's that simple. Like, you have to be so freaking dumb not to do that. Like, if doxing him, doing that, that's come on, bro. That's not the way to go about things. If I was like in that position of hers, right, and I was seeing someone making dozens of videos about me, dude, you know, she could play the victim card and get a bunch of support from it. Easily. Yeah.
So Shiny Vert and Odie just said something that kind of made me like, that is a good point. Shiny Vert says maybe she's willing to take the L for a marketing stunt. That might be very well what she's doing, because she's in multiple lawsuits already. So she might just be trying to get her name out there, maybe to get more views, more clicks. That money, the money makes everything happen. And then Odie says, yeah, she's been in the creator space for a while now. How could she not be aware of doxing? And I'm pretty sure hasn't she been doxxed herself?
I think so, and honestly, she definitely did it on purpose. In my opinion,
Yeah.
at least, she knew what she was doing, and she got the anger the best of her, and she deserves full punishment of acting out like that, 100%. In the end, there was plenty of ways better to go about things, like I don't know, talking to him, not face to face, over the phone, please. I don't want you going into my house, man. But and also like I do think everything could have been easily preventable because in the case I don't think what she was doing at the time before Jack's film became like the whole thing. I don't think she was doing something necessarily freaking evil. It was cringe. It was bland. It was horrible. But she wasn't doing anything to warrant that kind of. It was kind of bullying. I'll be honest. To that point, it was bullying. For past beforehand, armed robbery, aggravated assault, faking gameplay for clout. I agree. Yeah, it freaking that's crazy. I never knew that, but apparently that came out. But I agree that those are equally as bad things. But the whole reason Jack made like the whole big deal about it wasn't because of those things, because he didn't really have that much solid evidence to back it up at the time. So the whole reason he did that series was just to bash her bland reaction content.
Yeah, that's all it was. And he wanted to do what her and a lot of other reaction channels don't do and credit the videos that she's reacting to. So that Ichiban Dan says face to face is fine if it wasn't publicized and not dropped on him at a random time. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I mean, if you talked to them beforehand and said, "Hey, can we meet face to face?" Yeah, I think that would have been fine.
Yeah. Everyone's answering the questions of what they don't know what docs means. Everyone has great definitions of it. Laura has the best one, in my opinion. The action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. And that the malicious intent thing is the most important thing that I was saying earlier with Sniper Wolf. They're going to have to prove in court that she had the intent to show his home on the internet for some kind of malicious reasoning. If it was just to be like, "Hey girl, this is where I'm at," for her selfie, that is different. There has to be, they have to prove intent when they're doing something like this. But to back up a little bit into the Q&A side, Shinyvert wants to know, has Rock ever thought about finishing a book and then recording a series of the books he wrote for a visual form with episodes? That can be insanely sick, even if it budgets the video.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome. My dream is to make. Yeah, my dream is to make like an anime series out of my own like novel. I'll be honest. That's my dream. But currently I want to finish this particular series, which is it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take years and years to finish up everything because it's something that I put so much thought into it. Sadly, I don't think I'll ever share it with my YouTube side unless close people that I know, like for example you or some close people. But other than that, I want to do completely separate, completely different. I'll probably do it, also post some chapters online on like other web novel websites like webnovel.com, Wattpad, Royal Road. So a lot of other stuff that I kind of want to do, but that would have been freaking sick. I really want to start an anime, honestly.
That'd be cool. A friend of mine used to do animation work for Funimation on the American side for like the censorship years ago. Yeah. But he got arthritis in his wrist, so he doesn't do it anymore. So that maybe he still has connections that could help you out.
Dude, that'd be dope. Freaking awesome. I know like freaking anime studios now is like they get shit ton of hours they have to do and shit ton schedules, and they get paid what 2K, barely 2K a month, which is wild to me.
Yeah, but that's because anime is just so popular now that they're trying to pump up every manga they could into an anime, and every it seems like every manga is getting a anime adaptation, and even if it fails or not, like they're getting at least 12 episodes.
Yes, so that they have everything like pre-planned.
I'm assuming you saw the Laura and Shiny Bird. Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Is it a spicy novel? Not particularly.
It's called Hentai, Laura. YouTube it. It's amazing. He's also not allowed to draw that stuff at the moment. He's still under the age.
Yes, I am under. You know, it's funny. A lot of people still don't. A lot of people were surprised because if you just look back at my first video, you can tell right away I was freaking young. So I definitely changed a lot in like the past 2 years with my voice. I'm a late bloomer.
I was not. I started shaving at like 12.
God damn.
Yeah,
bro, I still don't got stuff.
Yeah, it happens. Dang was hoping his actual face was a rock, says TCG grading.
Never know. I could be like,
you never
I'll
know.
have like face plants.
That is his actual face, guys. He's not hiding anything.
It was me all along.
It was me all along. So let's talk about, because you said you want to share stuff with people. You want to you have certain goals in mind. Let's talk about the big reveal that you were going to do yesterday, but you decided, you know what? I'm going to wait till Gonzo's live stream to do it. So everybody, get ready for your clip fingers, because this is breaking news for those who are not in the know with Rock Sandy. Rock, tell the people the good news and the exciting news, because I'm excited for you.
Okay, guys. I'm starting an OnlyFans.
Oh no, definitely not that, because that's CP, and we don't do that here. No.
I wasn't gonna say I was gonna do adult content. I was gonna my journey, dude.
That is true. OnlyFans is not just for adult content.
But all Joseph were talking in the chat, and he was just saying how sleeves and accessories were prisons for your cards, right? I was like, damn, that's a freaking good business name or like website name. So I was doing a little bit more brainstorming, and I came up with the name Card Prison. And basically my whole idea was I want to start a whole company, business, online store that sells premium binders, accessories, sleeves. Hell yeah, there it is. But that's the plan. That's the plan. I could just unblock it right now, honestly.
That is entirely up to you. That is not my business, but I am extremely excited to have a American-made, local. Well, I don't know if it's American-made because I don't know where you're getting the pieces from, but a seller stationed out here for a competitor to Voltex.
Yes, so that's I've been pretty excited about it lately. I thought it's a cool concept because I'm doing a different design that I've never seen anyone do. I might as well say it, but basically I'm creating a binder that both fits top loaded cards and regular sleeved cards. And the base model of the whole binder will be very premium. We'll have poo leather on top, embossment, yada yada. I already have I talked with distributors already. I got the domain, got the website running-ish. I'm still kind of like working on it, tweaking a bit, but I got samples coming in soon as well, and hopefully that one day, I'll start pre-orders very, very soon. So that's the whole plan, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I cannot wait to see what comes from it. Can't wait to not be involved, but to invest is the word I'm looking for. I can't wait to invest on a friend, on a company, on something that I think would be a great thing for the community, for the top loaders, for the regular penny sleeve cards. Just a new binder for the community would be awesome to see.
Dude, it's definitely gonna be exciting. I'm probably gonna do like sleeves as well, other accessories. But yeah,
Mm,
that's
yeah.
definitely gonna be a cool thing I have in the store. And yes, Shiny Vert, I don't mind sponsoring you too. Don't worry.
Yeah, everyone's saying congratulations. They think it's a cool idea. Card Guardian's a competitor. That is true. That is true. They're excited. Everyone's down to help you out and get you done. They love the name Card Prison. Let's go. I'm excited for it. Can't wait till the first one gets here. Well, your prototype. Can't wait till your prototype gets here, and can't wait to see what happens after that.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's gonna be freaking awesome. I'm really excited for the prototype. Hopefully, it's not like the manufacturer's on scamming.
yeah.
Hopefully, uh, but hey, they seem like a reliable manufacturer, so I'm very psyched to finally be able to bring my kind of like thought. And hey, thank you again, Opossum Bud, for giving me the idea. I love you, bro. Opossum Bud, Metri, Starman, Dusty, Alex, official Dark TV. You guys are both all amazing. They also supported me as well. So I
Yeah.
big thanks to you guys, and of course Gonto, my man, my left hand man.
My left hand man. If you do decide to move forward, are we going to see this on Kickstarter, on any of those kinds of websites? Are we going to see them on everything, or are you just going to do everything on your own and then just sell it to the people on your own?
So the thing, okay, one thing I'm hesitant to do a Kickstarter because I don't want to. I don't think I'm ready to for investors just yet.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do have, I think, the capital to just start at first everything, and I'll see how it goes. And I'll push the first launch, and I could just grow little by little, and just grow steadily. And also, I have wonderful parents, wonderful mom and wonderful dad who will literally support me. Whatever they say they want to support me, I was like, no, I got it, pops. I'll do it myself.
Do it my damn self. Yeah, that's awesome. At least they wanted to give you money, and you're like, no, I got this. I'm balling like that. Yeah. Get Card Party to sponsor it, says Shug Nasty. Try out a Son of a Merc says try out a crowdfund. Your average gamer, how's it going, my friend? Yeah, so really excited. I obviously go follow. I think I do not have your link to the Instagram up for that just now. Go follow Card Prison on Instagram. That's going to be the best spot to find them and stay up to date at the moment. Let me get that link for you guys. Yeah, I posted a story about it when you did, and a lot of people started following you just because I posted the story. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I even asked one person, I was like, hey, why'd you follow Card Prison? They're like, because you shared it. I'm like, dope. That's all I care about.
Oh, dude, what goated people, bro. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So follow Card Prison. That's where you're going to get all the information up to date. Of course, follow Roxanne. Go subscribe to him. Do all that fun stuff.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Gonzo. It's his podcast, but if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to him.
Yeah, trying to get 1K before the end of the year. And you guys know if I get to 900, there's going to be a big giveaway, and 1,000 another giveaway. There's always there might be a giveaway tonight. Who knows? Ooh. Probably not, because I'm hella broke. I'm on fucking top ramen mode right now.
Hey, you're on that Naruto stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Pizza party? Yeah, pizza. I'll do a pizza party for chat one day. So congratulations on Card Prison. Can't wait to see what comes from it. But to the Q&A side, Ichiban Dan again on the questions. Don't forget, guys, there is a Q&A if you guys want something to say. It doesn't have to be a question. Maybe just want a statement right out loud. Go to the Q&A side for us. What is your current chase card? Ask Ichiban Dan. You can go first.
Okay, all right. Okay, current chase card. I'll have to say, I didn't really have too much chase cards in mind recently, but I'll have to say, if I were to open anything, Parasol Lady from Raging Surf?
Raging Surf? Yeah. I actually have a box of that. I plan on doing a live stream Probably this weekend I'll do that. Do a live stream of that and the rest of the 151 I have. But my current chase is the special assertion rare Zapdos bird. That one, and then the sleepy Raichu from How They Evolved. I still haven't gotten it, so I need it.
Dude, those are some solid picks.
Yeah.
Those are some really, really solid picks. I don't know. For me, there hasn't been anything that really catch my eye lately. And if I do, I'll probably just buy them because I just cannot afford to just buy.
Yeah.
There is no chase for me.
Yeah.
I can't afford to chase something, bro. The only thing I can chase is running.
Right? Running's hard, especially when you're fat like me. Oh man, it's bad.
Speaking of which of running, I just ran 2 miles beforehand, actually. Before this podcast, that's kind of why I was running a little late.
Hey, no worry. Hey, at least you're trying to stay healthy. I'm definitely not. Everyone's talking about the Parasol Lady and the new art rare for that card, how it's so sexy and attractive, and it's probably going to get some Rule 34 going on it. Ghastly Grab saying, "Oh, Raging Surf is my weakness." Yeah, Raging Surf. Oh, hey, Dan says, "Oh, you're average gamer."
What's up, baby boy?
We can do this the hard way or the easy way. It's up to you. Yeah. Shug Nasty says, "What are y'all going as for Halloween?" I'm going as a parent watching his kid go to strangers' houses to get candy. I don't know. I'll probably just, I don't know what I'm gonna dress up as. Maybe I'll dress up. Maybe I'll shave for Halloween and put on some shitty medals and put on my uniform again and go as Stolen Valor.
Dressed up as Batman.
Batman. I'm Batman.
I don't celebrate Halloween. Yeah, I don't celebrate. I also don't eat. I don't have sugar too much. So I've been on the keto diet for like 2 years.
Oh, nice. I definitely have not been on the keto diet. If anything, I've been on Atkins, where you eat nothing but red meat. Yeah, I've been on that for like my whole life. Chris Hansen.
Okay.
Or as I like to call it, Chris Handsome. Stupid. So stupid.
Oh my God, Dan. Dan, I don't think you could pull it off.
Oh, R&D. R&D, that's classic. That's probably where he's going to get his child for his Christmas photo shoot. Gonzo goes Joe Dirt mullet time. Oh, the mullet. It's still not there. I haven't cut my hair yet. I don't know when I'm going to cut it, when I'm going to shape it, but it's growing. It is growing. I will have a mullet by at least card party, that's for sure.
Dude, that's going to be so lit. I'm just going to shave my head off for a card party to make more like a rock. It's nice and shiny.
Yeah. Mullet boy summer. I have a feeling I'm not going to be the only person there with a mullet since we'll be in Florida.
Dude, yeah. That's June. Oh yeah, it's gonna be freaking dead center summer. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Today though, I was running and dude, it's so freaking nice right now in Florida. It's so nice and cool. Like for the first time in freaking months and months, it's actually decent right now. It's actually livable. Actually, beforehand, it's not bad. I've lived in Florida for about 2 years so far, and it's overhyped. People are just like wussies, you know. They
You were like, it's so nice. So I googled average humidity today in Florida. 75 is your average humidity today. It is not beautiful. That is disgusting. That is, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower by standing outside weather.
Oh, dude, I was chilly. I had literally a freaking sweater. I had a freaking sweater today.
Yeah, Ghastly said it's cold, only 80. 80 is not cold.
Dude,
yeah, it was 100 today and walked out and said it's cool. No, fuck that noise.
Shiny Rich says, I'm jealous you're in Florida, Rock. That's my dream state. Hey, you know you're in Florida, Vert. You know you're in Florida. I know you're in Florida.
He's pretty close to it. He's a couple hours away. I think he's gonna drive to the card party.
No, I think he is really is in Florida.
No, I know what state he's in. He's not in Florida.
Oh, is he
Yeah.
probably Georgia?
Yeah, I'll have the beard grown out, but that's it. No mullet. My son will probably have one. He's been begging to grow it back. Rock, I'm in Georgia, right outside the ATL. Says
Okay, yeah.
Shiny Bert.
That's what I thought. That's right. Okay. Okay, so pretty much Florida. We'll count it.
Yeah, where? Well, we'll count it.
Oh, God. Sounds fine enough.
Only 15 hours from us. 15 hours? You're in Gasly, you're in Florida. How are you 15 hours away from Card Party? That is ridiculous.
Oh, wait. I gotta say, are you like up on Card Party or down on Card Party?
Who, me? I'm going.
No, I'm talking about Gasly because
Gasly.
Freaking Florida is such a huge state. Like I'm like pretty close to it. It'll take 2 hours just to get there. So Florida.
That's how California is too. Like one of my buddies, he's from Massachusetts. And this is when I was in the Navy. We're here in San Diego, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go to San Francisco this weekend?" I was like, "No, I don't really want to buy a plane ticket just to go to San Francisco."
Okay.
And he was like, "What? Can we just drive there?" He was like, "It's what, like 3-hour drive?" I was like, "What? Fuck no, it's like a 7-8 hour drive if you're lucky, depending on traffic." And he's like, "No way." Yeah, people from back east, depending on what state they're from, where if they want to drive anywhere still within their same state, it's only a couple hours. Fucking from top of California to bottom of California, it's at least 12 to 15 hours.
Dude, it's a long state.
Yeah. So yeah, I know Florida is too. I lived in Pensacola for about a year when I was 19.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. I've freaking traveled all over the freaking U.S. I got PTSD from going in the car. Like, goddamn. I went in the car way too long. I ain't going back.
Your average gamer says, "Don't know if anyone asked this, but are you guys looking forward to the Paradox?" Oh yeah. We talked about the Raging Surf actually a few seconds ago, your average gamer, and yesterday, with the Critical Hit podcast, they were talking about the new art rares for Iron Valiant and what the hell's the dragon again? I can't remember the Solomon's one.
Yeah. The one that's in Roaring Moon.
Yeah, Roaring Moon. There you go. Yeah, I'm really excited for Raging Surf. I've been really tempted just to open it, but I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. If you guys do want me to open something, maybe I'll open my Pokemon Center.
Dang.
Maybe, because that's going to be part of my live stream.
I actually have one in my bag too. I one. I kept one sealed. And freaking a lot of people were tempting me on my last live stream to open it up, bro. Open it up.
I have 2 Pokemon Center ETBs. I'm going to open both up.
Damn, savage.
Well, I'm not a reseller, and I don't, like, I'm probably going to start opening up some of the sealed product behind me sooner or later. But not all of it. We got the Pidgey boys in here. That sounded like the birds were fighting.
Dude, that sounds like a hawk.
Yeah. Heard you won't. I just said I will. It's probably just going to be on the live stream later. Not this live stream, a different one. Paradox Rift is going to be fire. Oh, snap. It's Lord Rock of the Sand, says the Pidgey boys. Yeah. Let me scroll back up a little bit because I saw something. Yep, I'm in Ohio Vert. I did it 18 to 19 hours. Fuck that noise. Shug Keezy. Oh, sure. That's one way to say Shug Nasty. Is that how it sounds like when a rock hits a bird?
Yeah, I think that's an analogy. Like, oh, Frank, why did you hit me?
That is a perfect analogy of it. Team Pokemon saying, "Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome into the chat. If you guys are new here, this is Creator Chat, where I talk to other content creators within our space, and we talk about Pokemon, life in general, and business opportunities. If you guys have any questions for myself or my guest Roxanne, go ahead and put in the Q&A, and we will get to it when we're done talking about certain stuff. RJ Clark in here saying, "Yo, what's up?" So, is there anything that that you do want to talk about, or that you have questions for? Because there's so much experience within the chat, life experience. Because you were here for Polkadiz's chat over the weekend.
Yes.
And there was a lot of stuff you didn't know about, and that's and like we said, there's a huge age gap between us and you. So you didn't know about the peanut butter shot, you didn't know about penicillin.
I do know about penicillin, but yeah. I did not know about the peanut butter. I thought you guys talking about real peanut butter.
Yeah, Odie Open says he learned about the tar shit that day. Yeah.
I think I heard it from my mom a little while ago. I forgot when, but I vaguely remember her talking about it. Yeah. I did, but I just it completely blew past my mind. Like, wow, wait, really? Okay.
What are you doing? And then your friends talked about it, and you're like, that's gross, man. Yeah. Yeah. Metri says, just got in here. We'll be listening while I drive home. Please stop all the conversations. Please stop all conversation to say hi to me.
Hi, Pokemon.
No, I will never do that. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown man. But hi, Metri. How you doing?
F you, Metri. You're top.
You had your time in the spotlight on the channel. But yeah,
driving, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no. Hopefully he was at a stop sign or a red light. Is R&D? Gotta head out. Y'all finish the stream tomorrow while working. Have a great night. Have a good night, R&D Pokemoners.
Have a good night.
Go sub to R&D, guys. He's almost at 250 subs. Great father and son content channel. Very new. He does. If you guys want to criticize his work, do it professionally and nicely. He is looking to get better. Don't be a dick about it, you dick.
I'll definitely drop him a sub for real.
For real. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that we talked about with Diz that you were like, whoa. Yeah. Was there anything that you were like, you know what, there is because there's a lot of stuff I can learn from you, especially on the content creator side, because your stuff is so much better than mine. But like, if you want to ask questions, go ahead. Like, this is an open forum. Do what you want to do. If there's stuff you don't want to ask your parents, probably don't ask me, because I'm going to tell you to go ask your parents. Because like, I'm not going to be the one to tell you where babies come from. That's not me. I will tell you it's a stork.
I wonder where babies come. But hey, maybe one question I have, like, how is it like to being like a father? Like, how is it? Like, how much? I do know, like, how much hours do you normally get a sleep a day, or like
it? So it depends on the age of the kid. Like, your parents, you're a kid now. How many hours of sleep does your dad get? Yeah. So yeah, exactly. And not unless you're waking up in the middle of the night just to go wake him up to let him know, like, hey, I got this great video idea, and then just go away.
Yeah. Very true.
I get decent sleep. One of my sons is 7. My other son is 1 year old, but he sleeps through the night now. But being a father is great. Like, even after that stream with Diz, I was sharing stories with him about stuff I've done with my son that most people, especially people with just like the pet parents, won't get that same feeling of. Like, we went to the pumpkin patch this weekend, and at this pumpkin patch it's also a Christmas tree farm. So one side is Christmas trees, the other side's all pumpkins. My son's walking down the aisle, and he's looking at the pumpkins, but he really wants to look at the Christmas trees. So he's doing this, and like, he doesn't know where to look. And it just shows, like, that's how exciting both holidays are to children. Like, he wants to get a pumpkin because he knows it's coming up. But then he's thinking Christmas. I get to see my cousins. I get to decorate a tree. I get to decorate the house. And at that moment, I went in my head, like, he's not going to, like, I'm just making, don't get me wrong, I still love the holidays. I love Halloween. I love Christmas. I love doing all that stuff too. But at that moment, I got to watch my son. I have to be a parent to my son. Watching him have a different thought process of, let me watch this little human. And him
Yeah.
just having no care in the world is amazing. Knowing your kid can have no care in the world and just be a kid is a great space to be in, especially in today's world where depending on where you're at, you're like, okay, I got to watch that door, this door, and that door, which is because of the military. That is a lot of my thought process. So when he feels safe and I feel safe, it's a great time to be around both of us.
Mhm.
Um, but
Uh,
to get back to my point, like the people who don't have kids and they just have dogs or cats or even just teenagers who might not think about it, your parents are watching you. We do care about you, and we just want what's best. And we're glad that we're making some kind of memory for you guys. So my son just got done with his fall break, and today at school they talked about it, and that's all he talked about was going to the pumpkin patch, going on the inflatable jumpers they had there. So that's what it's like to be a parent, just making sure your kids have memories to talk about with their friends.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
really beautiful. I'm really glad you said that because a lot of people, especially even my age right now, because what just with the Van I'm freaking like 16, but a lot of people my age they take it for granted that a lot of like parents give a lot of freedom to their children, and they take that for granted a lot. They get all salty. Hey, just how about you don't play video games for until like 1 a.m. in the morning? And I don't think that's really good. And I feel like a lot of kids should definitely kind of value their what time they have with their parents a lot more because although I had a very easy life, great
Mhm.
life. I've been homeschooled all my life as well, and I've went to school. And the amount of opportunities that my family and my parents have given me is I'll never be able to repay that through my
Right.
own life. But I want to do make the most of it, and I really am trying to branch out and do different things, do trying to be creative, doing all sorts, also trying to help them with the best as I can, and making sure that I'm personally healthy as well. I want to make sure that the body that they given me, the amount of effort they put on to me, because that's also a big thank you to them too by taking care of
Mhm.
yourself, making sure you're healthy, fit. I think that's very important to being almost like thankful or grateful to your parents, is just taking care of yourself and just be nice to them, taking care of them as well. So
Yeah.
I I, I think that's freaking awesome, bro. A lot of people take that for granted, and it. Although I haven't really experienced too much like loss or something, and I do know a lot of people who do, and it really like it sucks to see it. It's really painful to see
Mhm.
how like this generation is so caught up in their own little world that they don't really take a step back to see it. Hey, you have a pretty good life, kid. You have
Yeah.
a pretty good life.
Yeah, but it goes back to what you said. It's all about how you're raised. So these kids might have been raised differently, but that's every generation has a different what they would call traditional raising. I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s as a kid. I was born in 1988. Like, so I was able to go outside freely, tell my mom and dad where I'm going for the day, who I'm going with, and as long as I was back before the streetlights came on, I was still okay.
Yeah,
Nowadays, if I my son's only 7, but that and I was doing that at 7. I was going across the street. I'm like, hey, I'm going to my friend's house across the street. As long as my parents knew those parents, we were good. Now it's like, okay, do I know those parents? Do I have their phone numbers? Do I have their email?
yeah.
Like, and
Do I
who
know
else?
what's their intention? Yeah,
Yeah, do I who how many kids do they have? Like there's so many variables now that parents need to think about because it's not that there is a little more danger to the world now, but but that's what happens when there's a larger population of something. Like if
yeah,
you go to a smaller town, um, where everyone knows everybody, the crime rate's low because fucking if you jaywalk, Miss Martha across the street's going to go and tell the sheriff that you jaywalked. Like there's a different mentality for how we grew up 10, 15 years ago to today. Yeah.
yeah. And I think things were like, especially in your generation and like even millennials, they were kind of like brought up in big
Mm.
factors in a world without technology, and in a world without, and I feel like technology has almost
Miss
made
Martha's a snitch.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
very,
exactly.
so I definitely think it has to do with like technology actually being adapted to. Now, do I think that has involved in corrupting a bunch of people's minds into making our world a little bit more violent and
Mm.
more more dangerous? I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. I do feel like America as a whole is just a lot more safer than it even was. However, it's just
Yeah.
I feel the amount of info and everything we have at the top of our little fingertips. Like, hey, I could Google what are the aggravated crimes in set area. What is this? What is the criminal activity? Yada
Mm.
yada. And the
Yeah.
more information you have, the more fear. You know.
Yeah, there is a lot of fear mongering, especially right now in America, because like, I'd not to get political, but the left is saying the right is doing this, and then the right is saying the left is doing this, and they're doing it for scare tactics. They're not doing it to protect the people anymore. They're doing it to protect their pocket and their pocket, their wallet, and their vote. So
Mhm.
it's we'll just move on from the political side of it.
Yeah.
But Ichiban Dan says lack of neighborliness. Neighborless is for sure part of the problem. Miss Martha did have the best cookies. Uh, yeah, they're talking about how, like, when we were growing up, if you wanted to know where everyone was, you had to go where the skateboards, the bikes, everywhere was outside.
Yeah, because that was like the new like form of like
Yeah,
entertainment. You know that was
yeah,
that the same thing as like nowadays. Huh? I wonder where my son is. Okay, yeah, he's probably in his room playing video games.
yeah.
That's
Let me check his online status for Roblox or Fortnite.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like oh, he's probably on his iPad,
yeah,
uh, in the living room playing Roblox or Fortnite or something
yeah.
like that. But
Yeah, well, it's good to see that you are thinking a little bit like that, but at the same time, be a kid, go out there, have fun, do what you need to do. Uh,
that
I'm sure your parents will be okay with it. Uh, Dream It Collectibles wants to know, on a scale of rock to sandy, how stronger is rock than most dreamers? How much will be flex on everyone else, and why is Gonzo so cute? I mean, look at it. It's not almost no nut November or no shave November.
thing, dude.
So,
Dream is speaking in code.
yeah. So Dream wants to know how strong you are.
Okay. I can't say that I'm above people because I can't say that. I have too much pride to
Hmm.
say that to say that I'm like stronger than some people. But I do say I am I am pretty fit. I've worked on it for a long time. And I am I am proud that I've accomplished some level of being fit. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not. I won't say I'm strong. I won't say I'm that.
What he's trying to say is he can outbench all of us and out squat all of us. Bring
No,
it.
no, no. I
Uh,
might. I do. Okay, I will say I do some clean form push-ups. Okay, I
okay.
do some clean push-ups. By the way, Bert, those push-ups on the Instagram live could have been better. I want you chin touching the ground, full extension of the elbows, please. Okay.
Yeah, that was, yeah. We'll see. Uh, Dream, it says, not to sound old, but back in our days, as long as we were home by 10 p.m., you won't get beat and you won't get beat up with a fucking chancla. I mean, yeah, yeah. As long as you were on before the street lights came on, you're all good. Uh, Shiny Bird. Okay, might be kind of a lengthy question, but do y'all think social media is getting too powerful? AI is coming, so only get bigger. But take someone like Mr. Beast, for example, who gets millions. So social media is, again, it just goes back to age. To me, it's not new, because my generation's the generation who made it. MySpace, Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit. My generation, I don't want to say we're the ones who created it, but we're the ones who used it. And even Facebook is finally starting to fall. So everything has a time and place, but it's just going to be, where do we go to next? Because now everyone's going to, all the younger generations going to TikTok, Snapchat, even YouTube is dipping a little bit, but it's still going to be, I think social media as a whole is going to be something that is going to stick around for a very long time at this point, until the internet crashes everywhere for months on end. That is my opinion on it.
Yeah, I agree. Social media is an interesting topic that I am also guilty of, obviously, using, because I do freaking content on it. So
yeah. I was barely on social media until I started doing YouTube. Then I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is my job now, and I'm on social media all the time now.
Yeah, so it's just what you're associated with as well. I do say that social media is very, very dangerous. I'll just leave it at that.
It is super. It can be super toxic.
It is dangerous, especially that I know someone close to me that is involved in it a lot, and it comes off with a lot of freaking struggles and just dangers as well. But and also just for the regular person that just consumes content, I feel like posting content is one thing, but consuming it is almost as effective or as dangerous as putting yourself out there, because over consuming is just, man, it's not a good feeling. It's really not a good feeling. My advice to all the people, like especially my age, you got to understand, is what you're doing, will you gain anything from it? Are you learning anything from it? Sure, you're allowed to have a little fun, but don't scroll on shorts for 3 hours expecting that you'll learn something crazy. You're not going to learn something. It won't be an end to that tunnel. It's an endless tunnel that you won't be able to get out from. But I don't know. Just choose your time wisely is what I would say.
But you will find cats.
Yeah, you will find cats.
You'll find the cat videos.
Pussy cats.
It's So I'm glad that the laws are finally starting to catch up with cyberbullying and everything like that. Like the teenage girl who told her ex-boyfriend to kill himself, and he did. She was convicted of murder, and I'm glad to see something like that happen, where people are getting the punishment they deserve for doing or saying things online. Like, I understand freedom of speech is a thing, but when your speech and words affect other people, it's dangerous. Like, I say it all the time on my stream, words are hard. I don't know how to use them properly. I don't know how to say them. I don't know how to read them. But words are also powerful. They mean something. People will, like, words were like, when I was in law enforcement, that was one of the sayings. Words mean everything, because a statement can be evidence. What you say can be evidence. What you type can be evidence. That's why when we arrest people, we say you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do will be held against you. Anything you say will be held against you. Words mean everything, guys. So be careful who you're talking to, what you're talking about. And if you guys do need someone to talk to me. I will be more than happy to talk to you guys.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I definitely think that's very true, because as writer as well, like, words invoke so much different emotions, and if it can invoke those emotions, it can definitely be used to tarnish them as well. So it's a double-edged sword. You know?
Sorry, the chat the chat broke me a little bit.
History, though.
Yeah. Professor Metri says, "Rock, setting memes is a way of life. It's not a waste of time."
That's true. That's true.
And then Gassy says, "Your browser history is evidence. That's why you use incognito mode, because yes, your browser history is evidence."
You know,
especially if you are married.
I hate to break it to you, but you could still search it up on your internet provider.
I know.
Search it up.
Oh, I know.
That's why you gotta turn off the Wi-Fi and make sure you have your data. Then go to incognito mode.
Yeah. No one look at my browser history, says Dream of Collectibles. self-made VPN.
Self-made VPN. Oh my god.
VPN is essential. I don't know what you guys want to look up that you need to put in your VPN for. Hot takes. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking about VPNs are kind of. There's no way they're not like looking what you're doing with the VPNs.
They would have it. I don't know how they work entirely, but they have. It's like the internet provider. They have to know what you're looking at, so they know how to block it or redirect it.
Yeah. So there's some level of moderation that goes within VPN. It's not all just like, guys, let's full send it. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some moderation. I see you guys doing the VPNs. Don't worry, you guys are not all safe.
You're not all. Yeah. TCG Grading says hot takes for the sake of clicks, doing dangerous things for views, tying your happiness to others, chasing easy money, can think of way more toxic and negative caused by social media than positive. Oh, I don't think that's a hot take. I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's pretty
I would say a lot of people would agree with it, but I can see how some people would disagree with it.
100%. Like there's no joke. Like, yeah, who said that?
TCG Grading.
Yeah, he's been facts for real. That's facts.
All the facts.
Yeah, 100%.
RJ Clark says some VPNs are proven to not keep any of your data at all. They have been audited by third-party companies and even the government.
I wouldn't trust the government to keep their word. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. They did keep the secret on aliens for almost 50 years, so they might be able to do it.
I guess you got to give it up to them. Got to give it up to them. Actually, speaking of that, I wanted to know, like, how is your kind of like experiences in like the military? Because my brother, oldest brother, he is currently in the Navy as well.
So my experiences, everyone has their own different experience. I went in as an undesignated sailor, so essentially I went in unemployed in an employed world. Wherever the Navy needed me, that's where they were going to put me. That's where they were going to station me. I ended up going to a command called BMU over here in San Diego, which was a great team of people. I met a lot of great people that I still talk to today. Some are my best friends. One of them is on my suicide, not list, but prevention plan. So if there's ever a moment where I absolutely have to talk to somebody and my wife's not available and my mom's not available, someone's not available, I know I can talk to him. Then I met people who are still very much mentors to me. I will always remember them. And then after that, I became a master at arms, which is military police essentially. I had that command that I was at there messed me up really bad, mentally, to the point where I have very little faith in a lot of people, which is a shame because I loved my job, and I even went back to law enforcement. I love law enforcement. I love protecting people. I love just being part of the community and doing stuff like that. Like, it may sound like I hate people because people are dumb, but I also love people. And being in law enforcement was able to help me see that on both sides of humanity. Yes, there are shitty people, and being in law enforcement, you saw a lot of shitty people. But then you got to see the compassion for a lot of people. Like when there's car accidents, you saw the people who would run out and go help them instead of pulling over and getting out their phone. Yeah. Those people are shitty. I hate those people. You don't know how many times I need to catch my breath on this one.
That is key.
You don't want to know how many times myself and my other officers or people that had to deliver bad news to families and let them know, like, hey, unfortunately, your mother, your father, brother, sister, cousin, your best friend, gone. This car accident killed them. And how many times I've heard the response, oh, I know, I saw it on Snapchat. I saw it on Instagram stories. I saw it here. I saw it there. It's so hard to explain to people that you're sorry and the people that recorded this could have prevented this accident, but they didn't.
No, that's rough, man.
So the military itself, I wish I wanted to be a lifer. I wanted to stick it in for 20 years. But to go back to why I got out, it's hopefully I hope he gets stationed with people that care about him as a junior sailor. It's being you got to remember the military is a volunteer service of the United States. So there's going to be the same shitty person that you worked with at Vaughn's, Albertsons, at the grocery store, at Starbucks. Those shitty people you worked with, they're in the military. And you're working right next to them. And Opossum Bud and Dusty can vouch for it. There's people in there that shouldn't be in there. But the military's hard on numbers. They need the people. Just like your Toys R Us or fucking KB Toys and Radio Shack. Those places are all closed because no one wanted to work there. No one wanted to shop there. Yeah. So hopefully he gets a command where the people in charge care about the people they're supposed to care about and not about themselves. But that was my experience. I still love the Navy. I would tell anyone to go join, but I would pray for them and hope they get a command and a job that they like and they want to do forever. Yeah.
That's really rough. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot too. Because recently I went through something similar where I saw someone recently pass away, but it's just it's an indescribable thing because you can't really say I'm really sorry for your loss. Really sorry.
You can't.
Yeah. Like that's where a point where words just aren't be able to use even words because no amount of words will make any the thing any less or more than you already feel. So it's really
absolutely. There's people make okay. Hold on, I'm catching up on some stuff on the chat. Gassy says they're not all Spartans in the military. That is 100% true. Shug Nasty is also a military veteran. That is also a true statement. Some of the shitty people that join the military change their ways. That is absolutely true. But then there's people that do the opposite. They get in there and they get a power trip. They get an ego and they're like, nope, I'm in charge. This is what I'm doing. But yeah, the people who change their ways, those are normally the people that turn out to be great leaders, great mentors, because they know the struggle, they know the trouble that you went through and you're going through.
That's definitely why my brother went in there because he he had an interesting life. We'll just leave it at that. So there's definitely
your brother's the reason why you're homeschooled.
Honestly, yeah, dude, you're way too close. You're way too close to the truth. Yeah, let's just say he went to college when he was 13.
Oh wow!
And yeah, my parents definitely learned their lesson with that one.
Okay. Hey,
I'm definitely not worried about him on like how he's gonna handle. I think he'll handle it, especially with whatever. He's definitely in the part of the Navy where I'm not too worried about him currently, but
okay, he's in intel or intelligence.
Yeah, he's in the intelligence.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. He has air conditioning. That's good.
Yeah, literally.
Dream It says, Ghastly, wait, you make money on Twitch? Man, I really should be doing hot tub streams. Lauren is not the one doing hot tub streams. It is Kenny, her husband, who does the hot tub streams. Hi, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah. There's no questions on the Q&A side. So let's talk about I close out of your YouTube page instead of Card Prison when I was looking it up earlier.
How dare you?
So like we were talking about earlier though, you have been doing this for quite a while, at least 2 years. Um, your thumbnails, everything has progressed so much and so good. Your first video was 2 years ago. Um, have you done anything different, or has everything changed, or are you still happy with what you're doing on the month to month or view to or that kind of thing, or are you looking for a change?
Well, one thing I do 2 years ago, that's actually was not when I first posted my first video.
Okay,
So
that's just the oldest one on your current channel then.
yes,
Okay.
pretty much. So that was the Unlisted Leaf video. That was probably when I started my change because I used to do strictly Pokemon openings.
Okay.
Um, and I did that for a year and a half, I think.
Hmm.
So a year and a half of Pokemon openings. I ended up unlisting all of them and deleting them. Even though I honestly I found it really enjoyable. Like even at the time, I could probably go back and it's honestly it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny because I opened with my two brothers, and it's definitely some good memories. Just cracking some packs and just talking with my two brothers. But now I kind of transitioned to just to do it a little bit more commentary style videos. And for the time being, I don't see too much change, but I think I'll definitely do maybe face cam content in the next like 2 years or something when later down the road. Because there's only so much I could do with gameplay in
Yeah.
the background. But I also kind of want to go to different routes because I did do a new channel as well.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm looking at the older videos, and I can't believe how long ago some of this stuff happened within the community, like the downfall of Leonhardt, where he was crying in the park.
I,
That was only 10 months ago. I thought like maybe it's because it's everything is like we were talking about, information is quick.
yeah.
It feels like it was 2 3 years ago. It was during the lockdowns, but it wasn't. It was last year.
And bro keeps on making the same mistakes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. TCG Grain says unlisted bad videos helps your channel. No need to delete them.
Yeah, I didn't delete them. I just unlisted them. So yeah, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Because
unlisted.
because you still get to keep the view counts and everything from that moment when you unlist them.
Oh yeah. I definitely didn't delete any. I think I did delete a couple shorts. I think,
Mhm.
but all the long videos that I did in the past, and the majority of it, I just unlisted them.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's kind of like how I started. The first video I started, I was just opening up whatever, just some random Galar mini tin box, and I remember I was really nervous to upload it. I was trying to convince my mom, like, hey, please, can I upload this video on YouTube? She's a little bit like against at the time of like the whole like YouTube thing because she wants to. At the end, she's a mother. She doesn't know too much about social media. She stays away from it a lot too, and she's
Mhm.
just a little bit wary of it, which I could completely get. But with some perseverance, I
Yeah.
cracked her. I cracked her, and yeah, the rest is history.
The rest
Today.
is history. Yeah. Uh, Dream, it says, wait, face reveal? Yeah, he actually did a face reveal for 10 seconds earlier in the stream. You have to go back and watch it from the beginning, though.
Yeah, I did a oopsie. You
He did
gotta.
an oopsie daisies. Yeah. Uh, TCG says, I deleted 400 shorts from my account and it erased 6 million views.
God damn, what were you doing? Hey, that's a lot.
That is a
Short.
lot. Yeah. But he had a weird situation where I think if I remember correctly, TCG, and be definitely correct me if I'm wrong, there was some kind of strike against him for all of his shorts that he was doing because he did a lot of like the top 10 prices of this set or these cards or this certain Pokemon or all that. So there was a strike that was so instead of unlisting them, he deleted them to be safe, and that's what happened. If
Yeah.
I do remember that correctly. YouTube didn't like that I was using my shorts on Instagram Reels. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Really?
they said his shorts weren't his content.
Dude, that is bull. That's crazy. That's so sad. I'm sorry about
I know
that.
a lot of people that do that too, though, where they make a short or a TikTok and they post it everywhere else. Yeah,
Yeah,
reuse content. That's what
yeah,
it was. Yeah.
yeah. Re-upload like con like I did that for when I was in my shorts phase because I used to be like definitely heavily doing shorts as well. And there's something that I do want to like talk about as well because it, it's odd because shorts is a curse and also a blessing depending on how you use it.
Absolutely.
I am personally against shorts if you want to create an actual fan base. If you want to promote something like a product or want to promote something like that, I think it's good. But me, I don't know about you. Well, you can give your opinion, chat. You could chime in on this too. But I feel like shorts will eventually kill your channel because if you're not doing content that is good enough for them, they will eventually just like forget about you. And that's excess subscribers. The more excess subscribers you have, YouTube is like, hey, this guy has a way low view to sub ratio. We're just not going to push out his content too much, which I still don't know if it's true. YouTube themselves say like it shouldn't affect your channel too much unless you're doing good content. But I don't know. What do you think about it?
So I agree with what you're saying, and we've talked about this a lot on the channel because this is a problem that a lot of content creators are seeing because TikToks and Reels are so popular right now that YouTube is kind of like, hey, do these and it will help, which is great. But most of the people on YouTube aren't shorts creators. If you want to create shorts, you need to focus on shorts because, like you said, most people from shorts aren't going to come to the long form content. They're not going to come to my live streams. They're not going to come and hang out and talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But they will watch my 10-second video of me turning a card around.
Yeah.
So if you want to build that community, you need to do long form content. You need to focus on your comment section. You need to talk to people. You need to build that fan base and that community where they like the chat is pretty active for only having right now 11 concurrent viewers. People are talking, they're talking to each other, they're talking to us. That is what I want within my channel. So I do shorts maybe once, twice a month. And if I get subs, great. But at the same time, like, damn, like you said, they're not going to be there for me in the long run unless for some reason they're like, yeah, I want to watch this guy's live stream one day. But that's not to shit on people who do shorts content because there is money to be made there. But for me, they're not for me.
I agree. I feel like there are good add-ons, and let's say, for example, PokeRev, like he already had an established channel.
Right.
Like he already had a 6-figure channel. You know what I'm saying? Like not money, but like six like subscriber count, and the shorts just helped him add on to that. You know, just an addition to help him grow a little bit. Which I definitely feel, and very also like commented, 1,000% shorts killed my channel, but I created my business, so you hit it spot on. But I think YouTube is finally implementing to fix it, to have a fix on it, slowly but surely. I think YouTube is kind of like fixing its algorithm a bit. That's what I've noticed. I feel sometimes it's not necessarily that if you do shorts, this is gonna kill off your long form videos, which I'm thankful. But it's definitely an interesting discussion. It's definitely interesting. Definitely, if you do shorts, I think that's fine. But it has to be good ones. It can't be just like this is the card if you like.
I hate those ones. I hate them. Though that one in particular, that audio is so cringy to me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it's just freaking. I saw so many channels that are just instantly killed off, like instantly killed off, and no matter what they did, they just could not. Hey,
Yeah.
at least you're not doing it now, right?
Yeah. TCG says growing via shorts is easy, but has no value outside of learning how to edit. It's how I would put it. There's a big difference when you make high quality shorts versus just random bullshit.
I agree.
No, oh, absolutely. But I think that's the difference within, especially within the Pokemon community. There's a very small handful of Pokemon content creators making very high quality shorts. Most of us, including myself, are just let's reveal a card, let's show off our collection, or talking about something. There's not a lot of editing going on in most Pokemon content creator shorts. There are some, but I cannot think of them off the top of my head, except for TCG Grading, who does do a lot of edits because he's doing a countdown list. Yeah.
So shout out actually to he does a great editing as well for like shorts. He definitely blew up a lot of channel with that one. But it's just depending on how you do it. I think my shirts back in the day definitely were definitely different than everyone else. It was snappy. It was very quick.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only way I was kind of like able to get out of it a little bit. I'm still not fully out of it because I swear to God, there's this one short on my channel that is still gaining more views than any single of my long form videos. It's kind of crazy. This one video just has like what, I forgot how much views it has, but it's single-handedly just saving my channel from being in the dust, pretty much. But I don't know how much people will actually watch my other content. So
the most insane Pokemon error pack ever.
That is one of them. I think there's another one about this. It's got best box of 2022 or something.
Oh yeah, because that is the very first one. Oh wait, I did read it wrong. Yeah, that one has 387,000 views, and your next one has 73,000 views.
Yeah, those two definitely popped up my channel a little bit. So yeah, I gotta give some credit to those shorts too, because it definitely helped me a lot. But at the same time, did it help me for the long term? Or because I mean, you won't remember that short in a couple of years. You won't really remember it. Once you're scrolling through it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember it. Scroll. Yeah. But once you like remember a long form video that you happen to come across again, they're like, oh shit, yeah, this was crazy stuff back in the day.
Yeah, and you watch it again.
Yeah, and you watch the whole thing, and then hey, that thought, you think about it for like maybe a couple of days if all goes well, if it's a good video.
RJ Clark says there are some dope Pokemon short creators on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like on YouTube, they're not here. They're on TikTok or Instagram. The video shorts just jump up and copy the TikTok trends to do suck, and then you see them a lot on YouTube. Says Bay Showcase. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the shorts convo is so interesting to me. I could talk about this for hours. It's definitely an interesting convo because there's no proof it does really too much bad.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like shorts advocates that like say, hey, if you ain't doing shorts, then where the frick you doing? Oh, I almost said a bad word too. Oh.
Yeah.
Where the frick you at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's not like, but there are people who made shorts and just blew up on their long form content. There's a ton of them out there. So there's always going to be that one person that sticks out. But you have to do something not necessarily different, but you have to do something the same where you stick out and people want to subscribe to you and want to watch your content. Especially for shorts, if you want to bring shorts watchers into your long form content.
I definitely agree.
So actually,
TCG Grading did a pretty good said the stigma that shorts kill your channel comes from people who make low quality long form videos, in my opinion. That is actually very true. I do agree with that. Yeah. That's very true.
And I'm probably part of that. But at the same time, I don't do shorts religiously like some of those people who are trying to get the subs, because I know because I do understand shorts will bring the subs, but those aren't the subs I want.
Yeah, I think there's a reason they did almost it. It's a reason it's almost two. I view it this way. It's two different channels, but the subscribers are linked together. It's
Mhm.
basically a joint account. That's the best way I would view it. Shorts and long form videos. It's basically two different channels, except they're both linked to a visible subscriber account.
Yes.
Now, those shorts viewers, they're never gonna go to your other channel unless you have really, really good content. And if that's the case, you're lucky that maybe 2, 3, 4% will actually watch your videos. Now, is that better than nothing? I don't know. Because
Yes.
you do spend a lot more time on shorts, and you could have spent that time just doing longer form videos and
Mhm.
expanding that area. So is it good or bad? I'm not too sure.
You know, the only people, and just by thinking about it, the only people that I think have been successful on shorts and on long form content, the only people I can think of are the cooking shows and the cooking channels. So like Nick Giovanni,
Yes.
the cooking grandma, like the because cooking, you're like, oh, this is how you do it step by step. But then you can go to the actual channel and no, they have that personality where you want to stick around and watch what they're doing with the long form content with the food. I think cooking channels probably have what that I have seen
Yeah.
that probably have the most success from shorts to long form content viewership.
100%.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that too. You're right. The only channels that I really did see to have success were those cooking channels because those editings, like, dude,
They're so
those
good.
editings, the freaking every split second there's an edit, like,
Yeah.
so it's very mesmerizing that it hits that dopamine that
Gonzo,
like.
Gonzo's just hungry, says Shug. I'm always hungry. I'm fat.
Dude, I'm freaking hungry
Yeah.
too, man. What change the topic a little bit. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Easy. Pizza. Pizza. I'm a classic pep and cheese guy. Depending on where I'm going to get it, extra cheese.
Extra cheese. Oh,
Yeah.
bro, I want a pizza so freaking bad, but I'm not allowed to. I can't. I
Well,
actually no.
that's right, because you're on keto.
I'm allowed to, but I can't. I would be so freaking guilty afterwards. I'd be so freaking guilty.
Not me. I am never guilty about food. I
The
I
thing,
I do not have an unhealthy relationship with food. I can say that. If I see it, I eat it, and I'm good with it.
that's
Uh,
fair enough. Fair enough. But
Gonzo is low key a Ninja Turtle, probably. So what is your favorite food?
All right, my favorite food. Ah, man, it depends. I'm thinking about obviously if I said my favorite food realistically, I would say hamburger, pizza, freaking burrito. I don't know, some unhealthy like what's those? Not gyozas, those bao buns. Oh,
Oh,
freaking
bao buns
Christ!
are delicious.
Bao buns are so
So
freaking
good.
good.
Uh,
Um,
are
but I would,
you? I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, you got.
No, no, you go ahead. You're the guest.
Okay. My favorite food though, honestly, just rice. If I
Rice?
had like rice, just if I had one thing, although it's carbs, because I heavily try to train my muscles, at least it does help give. I don't feel as bad, and it helps your body a little bit. So if I were to I'd say rice.
Ooh, that my 7-year-old would agree with you. Rice is his favorite food. It's I don't I like rice. I would have to like rice because I'm married a Filipina, but
Oh yeah.
rice is not my like that would never have been my go-to anything. um, but let's go back to collecting in the hobby.
Sure.
What so did you start on the video games or did you start on the anime or TCG?
I started on the anime. My sister, she was a fan back in the day and collected with her two brothers. She was like, I don't know, like 10 years old when it kind of like started. So it was prime time. I want to be the very best. So like definitely prime time for that. And I started with the anime. She introduced me, and I was like freaking hooked. I was like, as a kid, like seeing like this cool ass like, I choose you, go Charizard, fight. Yeah, it was definitely something iconic that I'll probably never get close to, like feeling that level of excitement, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then after a while, after I watched 1,000 episode of Pokemon, I kind of got involved in the TCG, and the rest is definitely history, because like TCG, and that's just been on my path. I kind of like stopped watching the anime because I'll be honest, there's some better animes out there than Pokemon nowadays. I kind of grew out of the anime.
Yeah. I would say that's a agreeable statement. I also started with the anime. I was 10 years old when it came out.
Good night.
Dad.
Good night, Mom. Did she hear me, or do you have headphones on? Did he go? Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Rock, you still there?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here. Hello. Sorry, okay. My bad. My dad did the most out of pocket shit ever.
Hey, you could have left it on. We would have clipped it.
Dude, definitely not.
Were they? Do you have headphones on, or were they able to hear us?
No, they had. I have headphones on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, I put a sign there. But yeah, that's how I started. You saying you were doing started with the anime?
I started with the anime. I didn't get my first game until I was maybe 11 or 11 or 12. I got Pokemon Yellow for a Christmas gift. So that was my first game. But I would agree, like I still love the anime, but now it's different because I watch it with my kids. So watching his eyes light up when his favorite Pokemon gets on screen, or when something really cool happens, I remember that. But yeah, the TCG has always been there for me. I've been on and off the TCG because when I started working, I had to buy my own stuff. I wasn't a kid anymore. And then the military happened, so I was very on and off because unlike Opossum, where he's stationed here in the States and he deployed like maybe once, I was kind of all over the place. I was out to sea quite a bit, training a lot.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the opportunity like he did. But there was some cards that I pulled during that time in, like Phantom Forces. I pulled the first Dialga, the full art silver one. Cool. I remember when I pulled it, I was in my kitchen, I was looking at it, I was like, holy shit, this is cool. Sleeved it right away. I finally got it graded, came back as a 9. So I'm like, I still love it. Still love it.
Good binder behavior.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one of my favorite cards, honestly.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorites too. Zach says, beard looking nice. Oh, thank you.
Dude.
Everyone saying hello. Dustymon, Rock Sandy has no kneecaps.
That's the most out of pocket. What? How did that go?
That you have no kneecaps?
I have no idea. When did that do a thing? What? Since when?
Yeah, Dusty says you have no kneecaps. But in your defense, you're not in the army like Dusty, so
that's true. This
is true. Just got home from a long day. How about you? Hey, we're just here chilling, relaxing, acting a fool. Acting a fool. What's a card that you remember specifically pulling before all your content where you're like, this is amazing, and like if you showed it to people, they won't believe that you pulled it on your own. You pulled it recently because of the hype.
Ooh, dang, that's a good question. I never pulled something like insanely big. But if I had to say something, and specifically it's a card and a product at the same time that I'm really freaking glad I got to open, but it was the Japanese 20th anniversary CP6
Oh
booster
shit!
box.
Yeah, I
So
remember those. Those were cool as fuck.
yeah, I got that. I got that as a word for like what finishing my homeschooling for like that year.
Okay,
So I got that freaking. I got the Charizard in that box as well. So
nice.
which is freaking sick. And I also got the Blastoise. What was it the Venusaur EX secret rare in that one. That was
Oh,
freaking
okay.
so freaking
Yeah,
cool.
I know which one you're talking about. Uh,
Yeah.
I would say the most recent card I can think of where people question if I pulled it on my own or if I bought it recently before the boom is a Charizard card, which I don't know why. Like, if people have been a part of this channel for a while, I don't know why they think I would buy it on my own.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I hate Charizard, but there's more cards there's other Pokemon I want over Charizard, especially something this old and vintage. It is from a Fire Red and Leaf Green, the Charizard EX. Or
Oh.
is it? No, it's not an EX. I think it's just
Wait.
a regular Charizard.
Wait,
Yeah.
from the
Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I forgot how did it look like? It was
I'll pull it up.
yeah, pull up. I'm having a brain aneurysm right now.
Oh, it is an EX.
Isn't it? Okay, then
Yeah.
I probably know which one. Hold up, we'll pull it up just in case.
I will do it right meow. So I pulled this one when I had to be like 14, 15 years old because I pulled it from a pack.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I pulled it from a pack when I was a kid, and people were like, no, you bought that. I'm like, why? If I'm going to spend $150 on a card, it's going to be on a
Damaged
card.
Yeah. Plus it's damn
Yeah,
dude.
this one's damaged too.
708. Damn.
Yeah, mine came back as I think it's a 7 or an 8. It came back a really decent grade for being that old.
So that's like a lightly, well, that's moderately played or lightly played ish.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
wild. That's freaking awesome. That's that's probably one of the only Charizard cards that I think are fairly hyped. I think that's really a good one.
I think that's one that if people are going to look for, that's the one they should get.
Oh, 100%.
Or like a $750 card. I guess I don't know. Since I'm not a reseller, the only time I look up the prices is when I'm going to grade them. And I don't grade I grade cards that most people would like. Why would you grade that card? Because I fucking like it. That's why I'm grading the card.
Shut the frick up.
Yeah.
He's not a reseller. He's better than that.
I'm better than that. I sell to my soul. Fire Red, Leaf Green, still my favorite Kanto games. I would say that's probably my favorite versions of the Kanto games out of all the remakes they've had too. Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I still gotta play my first Pokemon game. Everyone's peer pressuring me.
You still haven't played any of the games, but you collect the cards. Hey, I'm not. Hey, you do you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your life. But if you're gonna start with any of them, I would say Black and White is a good one to start with, or
that's
maybe
favorite.
Yeah, I know that's his favorite. I love it too. It's one of my favorites. Or Gold and Silver.
Gold. Okay. So a bit of the older ones. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the new Scarlet? Did you play the new Scarlet and Violet? How do you like that one?
I enjoy the new Scarlet and Violet games. Is it buggy? Extremely buggy. If they waited to release it, I would have been okay with it. But I understand their business and that they usually put all their new games out during the holiday season for that big money boom.
Yeah.
But overall, amazing storyline. Probably one of the best storylines they made in a recent Pokemon game. Great new Pokemon. I like it. I think it's a solid game and great Pokemon. I like the terrestrialization gimmick of it. A lot of people hate it. I think they should have designed the way they terrestrialize instead of the hat. Maybe do something a little different. But overall, I like the gimmick as a whole.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like the way they terrestrialized the hats of in the TCG as well. I think that's a horrible design. I'll be honest.
Yeah, so do I.
I think it would have been. I think it would have been cool if they just made them crystal looking. Without the hat.
Yeah,
just make them crystal.
Yeah, just make it look like they have like an armor style kind of thing going on.
Yeah. I think that would have been so much cooler. I also heard that Legends of Arceus.
Legends of Arceus is great. It's a great game, but I wouldn't recommend it for someone's first time playing through the game because that's not your average Pokemon game. It's not. Yeah. I would say
so different. Yeah.
It's extremely different. People are saying Emerald. You should play Emerald and Crystal for your first game. Yeah, Emerald. Shug Nasty says members only content. Rock plays through all Pokemon games. That's not a bad idea. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of your members, a lot of people would sign up for a membership if you're like only member stream, and it's a playthrough with a face reveal.
Oh no! God no!
No!
Wait, how do you even play it? Do you have to get a DLC to play that game, or could you like play it online somehow?
For Scarlet and Violet?
But no, like let's say Emerald or Silver or Black and White.
So for those games, you would have to get a ROM hack version on your PC to play it. For all the other ones, you can get on the Nintendo Switch. About to return Detective Pikachu, says Ian with Ian. An emulator is the word I was looking for, not a ROM hack. Same difference.
I heard that Detective Pikachu wasn't the greatest.
I bought it and I am not that far into the game. I'm not even done with the first case, and I pre-ordered it too. So I play it for like 20-30 minutes, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap instead.
And then you just forget about it.
Yeah, then I forgot about it. Yeah.
This shit making me kind of sleepy, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I get that 100%.
Yeah. But a side game, like a non-main series game, Gale of Darkness and XD are very high on the games you should play. They're GameCube games. And my favorite side game of all time is Pokemon Conquest. It's a tactics game. It's based in feudal Japan, and it's amazing. That is a DS game, I believe.
Okay, I'll definitely have to give them a watch because I like playing video games, but I'm not too crazy with the video games. I'll be honest too. Like I would play maybe a few games of Fortnite, crank those 90s for a bit, and then I'll just call it a day. But I think I'd rather just I don't know maybe watch a good anime, good storytelling a little bit. Not that games don't have good storytelling. Obviously they do.
Yeah.
But I think I've been a little bit of even though I got like a PS5 recently, I don't really use it too often,
What games have I been playing? I've been playing Marvel's Midnight Suns lately.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
That's pretty much it. I've been doing my schoolwork for the past 2 months have been taking priority because it's math, and I'm awful at math.
Dude, I'm shit at math too. I'm so bad at math. You don't even know, dude. It was funny. I know it's like probably freaking unbelievable to something like unfathomable, but my parents do not force me to do any schoolwork. Like. No, they do not force me to do any like any math, any science, anything.
Yeah.
They say, hey, if you want to write your novels, if you want to do YouTube, if you want to start a business, you do you. And I think that's almost a pretty genius way to go about things because you give your like obviously I don't know if this is like the best way to go about things, but you give your child so much freedom that they almost like, dude, well, I gotta freaking repay them, man. I can't just sit around and you just play video games. I have to do something.
I can't remember what country it is. I want to say Sweden, or Norway, there's a school system where it's essentially an open school system. All you have to do is show up to the building and be in the building to get the credit. But the classes it's essentially open classes. So they're running classes the whole time, and any grade can go into any class. So it's like if you want to do science, you can go do science for the day and they'll teach you about whatever the topic is. So essentially what they're trying to encourage is not only positive behavior, but allowing the students to go learn what they want to learn, what they find passionate about. And then what they'll do is they'll talk to a counselor once a month. They have to talk to a counselor and they'll talk about like what they did, what they learned, and what kind of progress they need to do in other classes in order to get the job or college they want in order to succeed in the field they want to be a part of when they're older.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good way of how to almost like, because definitely now modern schooling, especially right now, I feel it's like
in America, shit.
It's so bad. Like, it's like no one's gonna actually freaking remember these stuff in a bit. No one's gonna use these, and occasionally, if they do want to use it and they're passionate about it, great, do it. Go for you. If you want to be a mathematician, if you want to study physics, yada yada, go for it, 100%. But I think especially now, a lot of the more modern families, they're just, I don't know. I kind of heavily disagree with the fact that like forcing your child to study something he's completely not passionate about. It is a prison. I'll be completely card prison.
Shameless promo. Card prison. Go follow.
That's why at Card Prison we make your card so secure.
Yeah. Professor Metri's home safe. That's good. Glad you're safe. Glad you're on the wrong account.
Yeah, bro. I had to flex. You had access to the account. I see. Okay, I see you, bro. I see you.
Yeah. Speaking of the Critical Hit podcast, tell the fine people, do all the shameless promotions you want at this time. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow, where they can subscribe, and what content they should look forward to when they see you in the future.
Well, you could find me on OnlyFans, obviously. But you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, freaking Discord. I have a Discord as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I also make sure you guys follow the Critical Hit podcast on YouTube. We should actually probably make an Instagram, Metri. I think we got to make an Instagram for that. But yeah, we have the Critical Hit podcast. I'm doing my own business as well with the Card Prison. I'm very passionate and excited about. Hopefully everything goes well. I'll get it in motion in the next couple of weeks. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all the shameless plug promos I have for you guys.
Awesome. That is going to bring the show to an end tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with me, hanging out with my guest, Rock Sandy. Again, you guys can follow him on Instagram, Discord, OnlyFans, and on a Critical Hit podcast with the likes of Professor Metri, Opossum Bud, Star, Dusty, Official Dark, Vision Games, and occasionally other guests. And I will be on there someday. I got the invite already. Now we just need to work out details and times. But until next time, guys, my name is Gonzo. That is Rock Sandy. And don't forget, collect how you want to collect. Peace.